Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second episode of the Apex podcast here as part of Dark Chocolate Music Publishing International. I am your host, of course, Dark Chocolate, and then I'm here with my co-host here, Twitch Rye615.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about season 14. So I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it. So first and foremost, we do have the map rotation going on. So unfortunately, we still do have Stormpoint, which is our least favorite map. But we also have World's Edge back, as well as King's Canyon makes its return from season 12, I believe. So good to have all that back. What do you think, and how's the gameplay been?
Man, dude, the gameplay has been pretty intense. Probably as far as all the seasons up to this, I'll just put it this way: you haven't seen this many weapons, viable weapons on the ground since like any season, because I believe they threw the Reap 45 and the Devotion and the Crafter, and they have like the Rampage and the Bowsec now in the care package, and so they dropped literally all the good guns out of there: the Wingman, the Car, the Volt, G7 Scout, all back on the ground.
Crazy.
Which are all freaking crazy guns. Like, it's, on top of the Flatline or Arthur. So it's literally, you can basically pick up anything and you'll be like, oh, I remember this. Or like, I can make this work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to like landing in and picking up a P2020 and a longbow and being like, okay, let me go ahead and 1v3 these kids real quick. So.
Oh man, yeah, that's something else that we probably get into later. They added the what's that called? The laser sight.
Mm-hmm.
What is Maybe you can explain it. Has that been in the game before, or is that the first season that they've actually had that?
I've been playing this game since season 10, so before then, I can't really speak for it, but I do not believe. I believe this is a brand new, attachment in the game, and I believe it's just to help with like your hip fire or what or not, as opposed to just basically just walking up to someone and just trying to hit fire them and just working on it from that aspect. I think the lasers are going to help you out more. They also went ahead though, like I guess what coincides with that, the reasoning for bringing it, they nerfed just hip fire in general from just no stock weapons. So if you like pick up a gun, I don't know, like just a regular gun, and like if you're just strafing around with it, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to hit your shots this season and going for it than it has been in previous seasons. And I know a lot of mouse and keyboard people are kind of upset over that, especially since they don't have aim assist like we do.
Yeah.
So they're complaining about that. But lasers, I think, are what's come this season to help with that and keep everyone on track. And I've actually used that on a what was that? Not a Hemlock, but what's the other one? I think I may have used it on a Hemlock before. Well, I've used it on another 3-round burst, the Prowler. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've literally hip fired that in the firing range from like the back of like halfway from like the back to like where the dummies are.
Yeah.
And literally like with a laser sight, you will not miss a shot hip firing if you have it like it's actually pretty insane.
Yeah, I like using that with the alternator, so I think I'm gonna have fun. But I've gotten so used to actually using like zooming in, because what game was that? Call of Duty. I used to hip fire a lot.
Yeah.
But like with Apex, it's really difficult for me at least to do it. So I kind of gotten used to always aiming down the sights. But with the alternator, I'm gonna have some fun with that, because that's probably my top 5 favorite gun anyway. And being able to hip fire with it, it might be top 2. Who knows? But of course, the Spitfire is my number 1 now. That's my favorite gun. Even though they did, for some reason, they put light ammo in it instead of heavy like it's been, which is fine. It don't make me any difference. But
I believe they just put light. It really makes no difference. To me personally, I feel like they did that, and I haven't been able to like get all the science on it yet. But I think it had more bullets in it. And I think with the light mag input in it, it kind of like the ammo count goes up a little bit slower on it, as opposed to like you just having like a. I'm pretty sure it was a bigger mag last season for you to start off with, or something like that.
I think they're both 35.
35. I
But
know.
then, yeah, something happened with like the extended mag or something. I think the first level you do something weird. But I used to keep like 350 heavy ammo bullets just to use a Spitfire.
Yeah, and they also just switched over because they had too many heavy weapons to begin with. They had
True.
like eight or nine like heavy weapons, and then like the light was just like the alt and
And mostly
the
pistols.
R3, yeah,
And then you had the light guns, R301 and R99.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The other thing on that note, the sniper bullets being put in the wingman, I thought was pretty interesting. What do you think about that?
Well, for me, it's just made the wingman a lot harder for me to find because I'm never even looking at sniper stuff to begin with.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Like, I just always assume it's like a charge rifle or something like that once I see sniper ammo. But just doing that along with the adding the skull piercer rounds to it, which are kind of OP. I still think the wingman is even stronger than it was, with heavy bullets.
Yeah.
And just the new pop up that it has. Ooh, I think it does like 113 damage with a headshot with that thing.
Ooh.
And it's just that's gonna sting. I just put it that way. You're probably gonna want to quit because a lot of people are gonna be getting two tapped. Literally like a 2-second fight. It's gonna be crazy. But
it's turned into Call of Duty.
Dude, especially if someone like lands on things off rip with like white armor. It's just
they're gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel you. Well, let's talk about characters. Of course, we do have a new character this season, as we always seem to get. Vantage. Kind of go into detail about her, because I haven't even used her. I don't know much about her. I didn't even watch the intro clip because I was in the middle of something and I was downloading that. But just kind of tell me more about Vantage, because, you'd be teaching me something.
Well, from what I've seen, the backstory on Vantage kind of goes into her mom, I guess, being locked into like the Apex games, or she's like prisoner there, and so like it's Vantage is in the Apex games to try and like win, and save her mom and all, and the whole backstory on that. It went through the whole video, which I believe a lot of people have seen that as well. But her powers kind of go into kind of off her name. Like, her name is Vantage. And they kind of got that. I mean, if you look up the word, it's to. I forgot what the exact definition of it was, but it's kind of. I mean, her name kind of speaks for herself, and giving her an advantage as opposed to like being a scout and just helping out her team, because that's literally what her passive is, to like scout other enemies, and she can like. I think if it's a 3x sight or above, you can like scope over them, and it tells you their name, what kind of armor they have,
dang,
how many people are in their left in their group, and it's just literally like it just goes with her name. Basically.
I'm at a cop her.
Yeah, I mean that's who I've been playing, because Gibraltar has literally just been bullied around this season without actually having anything taken away from him.
So what happened with him?
As far as his thing, I just feel like there's too many good guns, along with the G7 scope being put back into the game, which you can basically, at this point, you can compare that to how the DMR was back in Call of Duty Warzone, if you remember that. And all that was just single fire, a bigger semi-automatic, rifle, where you just single tap it, and it was extremely accurate. You know what I mean? With very little recoil.
That's why I like the G7, yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what the G7 is. I mean, they're both the same. And they basically get used the same. Everyone is basically picking it up now, putting, all the attachments on it, the laser sight, or I think it's either it takes a laser sight or a barrel on that one. But, just fully stock it, and literally it's just like a tap, 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 tap thing. And like 3-4 taps of it. Honestly, 2 tapping someone like beginning of the game, you already got their armor off and everything, and you're ready to push them. And it's actually pretty annoying because you can't even peek with that. But my bad. I kind of got away with that. G7, honestly, I feel like it's gonna end up getting run down into the ground by the end of this split. Just because it's a very strong weapon. and it's just getting overused already by a lot of players, and a lot of new players have come to Apex to start of season 14.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So what about so we talked about kind of what's kind of back on the ground. The only thing we didn't touch on, I think, was the Vault and then the car SMG. Because I think the car SMG was in a crafter, and the Vault, for whatever reason, was in the care package. So just tell me, have you used the Vault at all in terms of just using it since it's been back on the ground?
I have used the Vault, and it's just I picked up the Vault naturally just because it's just a fun gun to use.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could use it close range or you could use it mid range, and it really has no drop off really to it. You know what I mean? As if you were gonna like use like a SMG, another SMG like the R99 or the car, where you start shooting, aimed in, and everything just starts going in circles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like the Volt, if you get good control over it, it actually shoots at a straight line from close to mid range, and even from there, if you throw on a 1x, you can compete at least from a little while from long. But yeah, I have picked up the Volt. I know it got nerfed by like 2 points on hit damage, but other than that, it feels just as good as it did before winning the package.
Okay. Yeah, I never did like the Vault, but I might try it out. I didn't like the Wingman, and now it's one of my favorite guns. So it's kind of like just trying something.
The Vault, just like the Wingman, is something you learn for yourself, then you fall in love with it. But when you're on the other side of it, you kind of hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Well, okay, so ranked. Tell me about the. I guess it's a new system. I thought they changed it last season too.
They did.
What are the new changes for this season?
The new changes to this system, which I've already seen the wrath of it, are you get 5. I think you start in with a positive amount of points, as opposed to last season. I think last season you started with like a certain amount for each rank you got up to, you know what I mean, negative like 24 or 38 or 40, something like that. I think this season, and going off those numbers, those have been boosted up 5.
Okay.
On top of, they've gotten rid of diminishing kills, which means I think diminishing kills it's just like a kill cap. You know what I mean? You can kill like a certain amount of people before it doesn't count anymore.
Towards your points.
Okay. And I believe that's got eliminated. So I think the highest score I seen last season for someone was like 200 or like 300, like 30 points or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good. I think the highest I've seen for this season already, it's already been one day, is like 800 and something.
Wow.
Yeah, someone literally could like almost ranked up a whole like rank like in one game.
That's crazy.
Of course they're a pro, but that just goes to show that it's gonna be another uneven season of a rank, because not every player in Apex can
go
kill 20 people. Yeah, go kill 20 people. You know what I mean, and win the game as well.
Oh man. Okay. So what about got notes here for the meta, and it's talking about Maggie. So what's going on with that?
Well, Maggie, I don't know if I got into it earlier. I kind of got all jumbled up talking about the G7 just because it's already a menace. But the meta, I feel like, kind of goes back to Vantage and how I look at her, because that's my new character who I have been using since yesterday. Like I said, give it away for a minute. I'm trying to give myself a little room to breathe on who I'm going to be playing. But I feel like the meta is going to kind of go towards Maggie, at least being some part of your team, because now with her Wrecking Ball, she can literally like destroy like Gibraltar's bubble, And that literally happened firsthand to me, because I was like, okay, like literally, I throw out my bubble and like a Wrecking Ball came towards me. I was like, okay, let's see what this thing's gonna do. Literally, it didn't even take a full second. The thing just completely just disintegrated.
Oh, so it broke the shield?
It literally just got rid of it.
Oh, that's sick.
It was gone. Like it literally not even a whole second. Like it didn't like crack or anything. It was just like the ball hit it, it just withered away.
Well, on that note, because I didn't know this, so is there a way to actually get rid of Gibraltar's bubble. I didn't know there was a way you could
There was never a way until Maggie came out. It was only her riot drill could like stick in it, like it sticks to a door.
Yeah.
And it could like the flames came out on the other side.
Oh, okay.
And so I think they kind of took another step forward and made kind of gave him kryptonite. You know what I mean, if you will, because no one else can even touch that thing. You know what I mean, unless you obviously step into it.
Go in it, yeah.
Yeah. But so they made that update along with her riot drill being faster, and then her wrecking ball can also hurt other people, which were in the patch notes and hurt like other people's ultimates. But I feel like honestly, me personally, it went a little too far with it just being able to just completely just break it like glass. You know, I just feel like that's not. I mean, I guess it can be. It makes sense because it's her ultimate.
Yeah, it is a wrecking ball.
Yeah, versus his Q, but I feel like Gibraltar stuff takes like forever.
Yeah.
For him to get his ult, and like takes like 30 seconds for his bubble versus like players who get their stuff pretty constant because it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But they did say Maggie last season was like the lowest picked like legend like all season, so
yeah,
I'm sure
that's probably why.
Yeah, they had to do something to her. And,
I mean, yeah, I never really rocked with Maggie because I really didn't like. If you're a shotgun player, I feel like she's pretty epic. But other than that, like for me, even with a wrecking ball, I wasn't. A lot of it had to do with just learning how to actually use it, like so that it would work in your favor. But for me, I just throw it out there. I would never hit anything. Blah blah blah. I have her as a character, and I still haven't unlocked all the characters, but she's okay. But she's not somebody who I like go to, and I think that might be why. Because I noticed now that you say that, a lot of people, you've got people who love Maggie, and then everyone else is kind of like, oh, Maggie. But I mean, it's kind of like Gibby too. I don't know a lot of Gibby players other than you.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have kind of gotten out of Gibby the more fun legends have come into it and just become more selfish about their gameplay. Me, I love Gibby because he's like a big, like cozy, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type of guy, and he's meant to help the team out. You know what I mean? That's literally, I mean, he has a bubble to help protect his teammates. I mean, that's exactly how I use it. You know what I mean? And he has this ultimate that you could be used for literally any situation.
The ultimate goes hard.
It's like to make room to run away from someone, to down someone, and just say, I mean, here you go, take this. You know what I mean? Or to force people to run a certain way, you know what I mean? And, you just throw it, and of course they're gonna run, and like that could be part of your plan as well.
Yep.
You could be so strategic with him. This season, like I said before, I like Vantage though because her ult, which I don't think I got into before, it comes with a sniper now, and what it does, if you hit an enemy with it, it pings them. And then I think if your team shoots them, they do additional damage to them. On top of you already doing, I think 50 damage to them off the first hit, and then if you snipe them again, it's 100 damage. And so,
so you can 2-tap a lot of them.
Yeah, I've literally, I mean, I did my first 2-tap yesterday. Usually, if it's a body shot, it takes 3 shots. I think I caught this dude lacking the other day, and I hit him with a body shot, and then he tried to run away, and he just literally lined himself, and I hit him in the head, and it literally 2-tapped him. And I was literally speechless. I was like, there's no way there's an ult like this. You know what I mean? Because you could literally just, like, especially in rank, on this map, you could just be sitting there holding someone out with a Kraber, basically. Right. You know what I mean? Or someone could have a Kraber, and I just feel like that's, she's not that aggressive, you know what I mean? Like, off rip, if you land in and trying to fight, there's not much you could do.
Right.
Because she has a bat named Echo that you throw out, and it goes up to like 40 to 50 meters, I believe, and you can jump towards him or like leap him using some type of like material, like kind of like how Loba does, like her bracelet.
Yeah.
She tosses it out, and you know what I mean?
So that's the 30-second?
Yeah, I think that's your 30-second queue. It's actually 15, I think, or 16, just because it's just a simplistic like jump, and then once you get to the bat, you have the option to jump again, like do a double jump.
That's pretty clean.
Yeah, kind of. It's just like Octane though. It's kind of it's like Loba and Octane mixed together without the pad
Okay.
and without the bracelet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can double jump and you can you kind of just throw your bird in a direction, and then like the better you get with it, the more I'm sure you'll be able to control it. But
Yeah.
so that's her kit, and it's I mean the first two things are this is sniper, dude. I'd say just having a sniper because I like sniping. And the Sentinel and Lombo are just so just yeah.
They're kind of meh.
It's a lot of penalty to it
Yeah.
because they do damage, but if you miss, it's just kind of annoying. It just makes you feel like, oh, like here we go again. I reload. They already put on armor. You know what I mean? Here I go putting another 55 damage on them just so they can run away and heal up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about it on that.
Okay. Well, so tell me about Valkyrie. Because I think I used her. That's of course my go-to character, and I know you said she got nerfed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of go into detail about that because I didn't notice it, but I'm sure you would know. Kind of.
Well, honestly, dude, if you didn't notice it, then it's probably not that big of an issue. I went through the patch notes where I seen literally all three of her abilities get nerfed one way or another, and so I don't know how in depth you've gone with all your abilities and whatnot, but because I haven't used it personally since the new season stuff, I've just gone off it and I've seen a few of my buddies and other people used her on Twitch, and she seemed to be performing normal enough, not for me to be like something jaw dropping and be like, oh, I can't believe they did that, you know what I mean? And so as far as I can see right now, she's still at least A tier.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly who's S tier yet this season.
Probably Vantage.
I know a lot of people don't like Vantage because the fact that she's not aggressive and she's more of like a passionate type of player.
Yeah.
But all the people that are being aggressive are probably going to be killed by Vantage. Especially trying to come into the circle.
Yep.
Which they fix that as well. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with her, honestly. Or I may go back to Gibby. Who knows? I have a heirloom with him, so there's always gonna be something there. But
well, tell me about the map. What did they actually do? What do you mean by fixing it?
The map, they've done a lot with it. Overall, the biggest change I see with the map is the lighting with it, as opposed to last season or the season before, season 12, with KC. It was just a real dry and dark map. It seemed like it was a real dim map, and now it seems more of like a Olympus feel when you get on it. Like,
that's
so
why I like
bright.
Olympus. Yeah,
it's just so bright when you get on there, and it's just I love all the colors of it, but for me personally, it's like a whole new map for me because I kind of got on there and I was running past places I've run past before, and I'm sitting there just like, okay, this isn't supposed to be like after this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've changed a lot of stuff, like where it used to be like tunnels to get to a different PUI.
Yeah.
They've been blocked off by a huge like now it's a rock in the way or something like that, or like the cage, how they used to have the actual cage around it.
Yeah.
There's no cage around it now, and there's just like those floors, and then like under, and then like all the the structure around it and whatnot that you can loot through. Other than that, just a few other points in the game that they've changed and just tried to, I guess, juice things up for the Apex community. Just because, I think this was actually the first Apex map, and I've already seen on social media that a lot of pros are already saying that they just want this map gone. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's been a nice run with it, but a lot of people just aren't really enjoying it like they used to. And to that, honestly, I'd say a lot of them need to get over it because if they're thinking that Storm Point's the new thing, then I believe Apex is probably going to lose a lot of their player base because Storm Point is not fun whatsoever.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because I thought that would be... I mean, that's my least favorite map by far. It's just so... It's so massive, and then also
there's no
just
point to it. And literally, people are not disciplined with it. Like literally, no matter what side you get on, if you land on barometer side or on the mill side or on the side with daggum not lightning rod, but it's another place over there. It's super hot, kind of next to control center. People would just hop out. You know what I mean? And by the time you get to like the wall or something like that, if you're like, if you're starting at barometer, you're lucky to even have like, you know, y'all probably gonna be the only 3 people in there by the time you pass Cascade.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just how uneven the map is.
Yeah.
And how unattractive these POIs are to go loot.
Yeah.
And just being like, okay, now I gotta venture, you know, over here with, I get to ride this piece of crap car, you know, around here. And,
which I think that has helped, but then everybody can find you once you're in it.
Yeah, everybody can find you. You can literally get shot, you know, inside of it, get your armor cracked and everything. And then, you know, people end up chasing you around.
Yeah, that's what sucks about it. It's good to, like, if it was like 5 teams on the map, you want to get, like you said, from one side of the map to the other, and everybody's in the middle, that's good. But otherwise, it's useless.
They need to add, like, jump towers to it. Like, like have, like, in a World's Edge and stuff, dude. That would literally make the map so much easier, like, to maneuver around. You would notice a lot more people, so that way you could just, like, start. And I mean, because that's what people want to do.
Yeah.
You know, they want to get down to business. I feel like the first step that they took with Storm Point, in every map in general, but primarily, I feel like this was for Storm Point, was they made the first ring, like, instead of like it being like a countdown, I think it's like a 30-second countdown, and then it just starts closing. So if you try and land far, like I played a ranked game, like 2 times in a row, we kind of landed a little far, and I realized like after I picked up like my first gun and got like some ammo for it, it was like ring closing. I was like, wait, what? And so we were just sitting there, and I didn't know what was really going on, and so at the same time, though, a lot of people were complaining about it. I was like, dude, I kind of like this because all these rats, all they do, like, I literally land into the game, and I'll have, like, five kills, and it'll be like, okay, you still got 17 teams left. And I'm just like, well, where are these 17 teams? You know what I mean? So I feel like people having to make moves faster and give it more chance of them making mistakes is going to make everything go according, and just get all these players and all these solos out the game, because nobody hates it more than being like 3 teams left and y'all got a full squad, and y'all, you know, y'all sit there and y'all just looking at the solo just sitting in there in the corner, you know what I mean, and you just want to go ape him so bad, but every single time like you end up, you know, and he's not even supposed to be there to begin with,
right?
And then he ends up getting second place and run out into the gas and starts dancing and stuff, just being happy he got second. And so, I feel like that's going to help with that a lot, because a lot of rats' final circle usually come from it starting that way. You know what I mean? That's usually how it starts. They usually get destroyed, and one person left, and it's like, okay, just play it out. Yeah. Just go sit final circle and just wait.
Yeah, I've had plenty of people do that on ranked. When I was on the team and I watched them, I was like, hey, at least you got 150 points, though.
Right, yeah. Shoot, once you get to like a rank, you want to get to that kind of starts to matter. Before then, though, you just kind of like, dude, I'm just sitting there for like 20 minutes watching this guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep. Well, what about going back to shotguns? What do you think? EVA 8 versus the PK. What's going on there?
Ooh, EVA 8 versus PK. PK for me is still nasty, just because I like the whole overall aspect of the big banging gun, kind of like the Mastiff, and the Peacekeeper, because those are guns that come with, I feel like that come with penalty. You know what I mean? Like if you miss, like like you're gonna know you missed, and you know what I mean, and you're probably gonna pay the price for it. You know what I mean? And so I like those a lot. But recently this season they brought stocks to the EVA 8.
I noticed that.
They buffed the shot time, and they brought that hop up. I think that's for the G7, which is another reason it's a monster season, and for the EVA 8, which is a double pump, I believe they call it, where you just let off 2 shots basically in a span of like what 1 shot would be in that time. So So it's basically just doo-doo as opposed to, do. It's like doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. And it's just ridiculous.
Wow.
And, I think I hit someone for, of course I was just tested out in the fire range with, dummies have red shield on them.
Yeah.
But I think I did, I don't even remember exactly. It was over 100 just from, two-tapping them like that. But that's definitely gonna be a crazy matchup. Just seeing. I mean, if you get a good hit in the face off rip from a PK, you may have won that fight. But if you miss a shot and you let someone just get to going with that, especially them having 2 shots in one, kind of, you know what I mean. So that one shot, they can make good on that, or they can hit you kind of and then recorrect it and do more damage. It's just kind of. They've done it. They've basically, this has been done on purpose. To compete, because a lot of people pick up Peacekeepers as opposed to like a Mozambique or even 8.
I go hard with the Mozambique. I'm not gonna lie.
Mozambique goes hard just because everyone knows how pathetic of a gun it is.
Yeah.
But everyone just loves it because they never show it no love really, and they just kind of leave it there. Kind of like the P2020.
But you find them everywhere though. But you have to be good at it. But that'll be one that'll save your butt. Like if you're, especially like when you first start out white shield, you hit like 3 or 4 shots with that thing, and you can move with it and still hit with it.
If you have like a SMG or like a R301, especially you started off, it's good to pick up a Mozambique and kind of what I like to do is I'll zoom in because I have my shield, and I'll do as much damage as I can aiming in, and I'll just run up on them with the Mozambique if that's what I got, and just hit. Sometimes I won't even zoom in. I'll just hit fire and just do 45 damage on them, just boop boop. It'll take me all 6 shots, but eventually, the second last one, they'll get them.
Well, it's good because what I like to do with it is if I have a like you said an R301 and I'm let's say he's one shot, it's all right, switch Mozambique, boom, done. Yeah. And I like to do that quite a bit. It's funny when I do it too.
That's why I love shotguns in general, because they're just they're just a cherry on top.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because literally you rip someone and then you chase them down while they're popping a bat and just literally just destroy them. You know what I mean? It's one of the best films ever.
Oh man. Okay, so before we end it, what there's no more self-revive?
No more self-revive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Pros win again.
Really?
Pros win again, dude.
Dang.
That's all they want. That's all Apex listens to is pros. Pros go and complain about something.
I don't know why.
Apex gotta listen because they play their game.
Yeah.
They play their game, and they bring the numbers in. They bring the new players in. That's usually what ends up happening. But at the same time, just like how they done that, that's why you have all these guns on the ground, because Apex will let the pros win at some things, but they got to make sure that they get their money overall as well.
Yeah.
Which is why I think this is the most concurrent players, I think, at the start of a season since any season. I think we broke 500K on the first day.
Wow.
They did just on Steam. That don't even count Origin or PlayStation or Xbox or anything.
Oh wow.
So they're definitely
that's hot.
Doing it big, on KC. But to go back, what were you saying exactly again? You were talking about. I know you asked me something before I kind of went off into what I was talking about.
The self-revive?
Yeah, the self-revive. Yeah, I'm sorry. So they've taken the self-revive out, and the gold knockdown now does what the Guardian Angel did, which is a backpack level 4. It now that revives you and gives you half your health, just like the backpack would. And now the backpack, you can hold big meds and it counts of 3s, and Phoenix kits and counts of 2s. Which is pretty interesting. It's sick. I had that yesterday, and I literally got to see it firsthand. Just 3 bats being in one slot. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I had 2 Phoenix kits in one slot. It was just, I don't know. You could literally have 1 billion bats inside there.
Yeah.
Because it's just every slot just fills up, you know what I mean, with 3, and it's just I don't even know. But So backpack is something I'm definitely gonna be looking out for because, like, especially if you are a player that makes it final circle, or a team that makes it pretty far, like we are, having a backpack is gonna be super duper important because you can hold that many big meds in it. I think little meds are the same, but just that to me don't really matter anyways.
Yeah, I keep big meds anyway. Little meds are good like when you're first starting out, but like they come in handy when you need them. But like if you keep like me, I like to keep 4 med kits on me, 4 bats on me.
Yeah.
So like I'm probably gonna die before I use all those up.
Yeah, med kits are important to me just because, especially beginning game, because you seem to lose your shield instantly, and then like flesh takes forever to get back.
Yeah.
So having a med kit, and then if you get that level 1 shield, I'll just find a swap for that somewhere else, or just like find one on the ground. Using cells on that, or a bat even, it hurts your heart. Having to use a bat on a freaking white shield because you're really not getting your money worth on that whatsoever.
I hate doing that. So I've had to like a couple of times. But I always try and use the cells.
It's smart. I don't do it just because it hurts so much, but that's honestly the smartest thing to do if you get in a situation where you're being pressed. Like a lot of people usually end up winning that way.
Yeah.
You know, but me just already know I'm gonna win. I'm just like, I don't want to do this, and then I end up losing. I'm just like, I probably should have just did that.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of changes this season. A lot of changes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, for the best for all the new and new players and recurring players that aren't exactly pros, because we're sad that we lost self-revive because we've been listening to all the pros complain and whine about I got 3rd place because this guy had self-revive and he made me run out into the gas, and the circle was like the size of
that's what makes it so fun though. I can't stand like people are always complaining about stuff, and it's like, dude, it's just your perspective. Some of us see that as a second chance because you want to go around knock everybody down by aping them because you've been playing this thing for 10 years nonstop. And like some of us, especially like new people, it's kind of fun when it's like, that's why I should have killed them all the way instead of just going around looking for other people. Like that's what you get, you either finish somebody off or you go ahead and take that risk. But I just can't stand that. But
to me, it's I get it. Like if you're fighting someone like in a building, and like I feel like if you down all 3 people, I feel like if someone has like self, you should be notified, or somewhere like they're using it or like they have it. I don't think it should be taken out of the game, because the only reason people do that is because, like you said, they're stupid and they don't flush their people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I still feel like that's a fair thing to pick up in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you could literally get hit by a Kraber, and you could be the one with the self-revive.
It's like a wild card. Yeah, that's why I like it.
It's just like, okay, this guy just literally sniped me from 100 meters. You know what I mean? And, you can't self-revive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you get caught lacking away from your team a little bit, or anything like that. I feel like that's all in, that, power up or whatever, you know what I mean, or knockdown shield. I feel like the self-revive is in all the other Battle Royale games, which, I mean, I feel like it just makes sense. It just has a place in it. Like, you ain't never seen it nowhere else. Yeah. And I just feel like just taking that out the game just kind of, it's just because people complain about it. And just for that, that's why I want to be pro myself. It just be good at the game overall, because I don't want to have stuff to complain about, because it seems like EA and Apex in general are people who just, they pick and choose at certain times, But overall, they want to be sure that, the pro people that play the game are happy. You know what I mean? Even though, they're already like number 1 preds, still over here complaining about the game. You're in pred complaining about how the game works, and I can't even figure out how to shoot, R301 straight.
Yeah, and I'm Bronze 4 just having a good time, not complaining about anything.
Right, dude. It's ridiculous anyways. You play the game 12 hours a day, like, you're going to figure out something, to complain about. So that just comes. But, we'll see. hopefully next. I was hoping for a new gun this season, but hopefully we'll get that next season. We got a legend this season, so
Yeah, yeah, we'll see about that. Well, speaking of that, before we go ahead and wrap it up, um, who's your new favorite? I know you kind of went into that, but do you have a new favorite, or are you still kind of?
Oh, dude. My new favorite, just from playing it the first day. Already can't wait to go home and get on it already, but probably gonna be Vantage, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely suggest you give her a try whenever you get a chance to. But just using her ult, which it don't take that long for her ult to come out, but she has to. It takes long for them 5 bullets to be loaded into her her rifle for them to spawn up, which you can't make them come no faster with the ultimate accelerant either. Yeah. You can make her get her ult and get like 1 bullet, but like the bullets take a minute to load, which is probably one of the best ults in the game, so it's understandable.
So how does that work? Do you get the ult, then you have to wait for the bullets, or do the bullets come with the ult?
Yeah, I think I used the ult excel, and I think I got 2 bullets from that, but I've gotten my ult before and only had 1. Like one in the chamber, and then I had to wait from that. But it's just great because I could literally get like an R3 and a PK or something like that, and then literally be like, okay, I got a sniper as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she could scan beacons as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I like to do.
I really do. I just feel like a lot of people are hating on her, and as far as her being aggressive, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I feel like there always has to be one sniper on the team.
You got to play to win. Yeah,
I've always said that since COD. Like you need 2 shooters on your team, and then like you're gonna need to have a sniper, and then under that sniper, you already know I'm gonna have something else, and it's not like I'm wasting a weapon slot.
Yeah,
it's part of my ability. So I'm gonna check her out again once I get home and see how she feels, and if I fall on my back a few times, I'll probably be back to Gibraltar and using that bubble once I run into trouble.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Well, I appreciate you for getting on the podcast. We'll probably have to do a mid-season update when the rank maps change, because this has been a lot of fun. Thank you again. I am Dark Chocolate Music. And then I got my boy TwitchRod615 over here. Make sure you all like, comment. If you like the podcast, didn't like it, let us know. And then subscribe if you like what you saw today. Otherwise, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.